I gotta show you guys this. Tucker Carlson just just blew my mind with this one because I've been trying to figure this out. He just said something that, again, I gotta show you. This is big. Why was he taken? Why was the life of Charlie Kirk taken? And what he claims to have discovered, and the reason why, is something deeper than we can. It's something deep. And I'm at a loss for words listening to this because I didn't know what to think about it when I first saw it. And I got to show you. I got to show you. I got to show you what he said. Make sure to smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Take a listen to this.
Charlie was not a Nazi. He was not killed because he was a Nazi. Yes, he was a defender of Israel. He didn't die for Israel, however. Why did he die? What was his life about? What was the sin, the core sin that Charlie Kirk committed against somebody, power, that got him killed in the end? And the answer is right in front of us, certainly those of us who knew him. Charlie's life was defined by his Christian faith, not his spirituality, but his belief in Jesus, his life as a Christian. And everything in his life flowed from those beliefs. Everything he did, said, and believed came from the fact that he was, above all, a Christian. And that is and was, and in fact has always been, deeply provocative and offensive to the rest of the world. And why is that? It's worth thinking about it for just a second. Christianity doesn't seem like the kind of religion that would provoke people to anger and violence. In fact, it seems just the opposite. It's the world's most profoundly nonviolent religion, maybe the world's only truly nonviolent religion, a religion based on a man who Christians believe was also God, who, as he was being led away to be tortured to death on made-up charges, scolded one of his disciples for fighting back. This is a religion committed to love above all and to living in peace and harmony, truly. It's a universalist religion that believes that every person has a shot at heaven. It's not exclusionary at all. And so you would think it would make sense that if you're a government or if you're in power, that you'd want a lot of Christians living in your country because they're not going to cause massive problems. Not a lot of sincere Christians are fomenting insurrection at any given moment. Pretty much none, most of the time. They're tidy, they get married, they love their children, they pay their taxes, they're commanded to pay their taxes. So why wouldn't you want a nation full of Christians? Why wouldn't you encourage this religious belief, even if it wasn't yours? Why would you hate it? Well, there are a couple of reasons. There are a couple of things about Christianity, and these were evident throughout Charlie's public life, that are deeply provocative to the people in power. And the first is the insistence that Christianity comes with inherently that you are not God. You are not God, and neither are your leaders. God is God, and all of us stand before him in the end to be judged, and all of us will be found lacking. Christians believe the only way to heaven is through Jesus. That's the only way. But all of us, whether we believe in Jesus or not, are fallen. We are sinners. We are less than we ought to be. We are not gods, and neither are the people who lead us.
Oh man, that is heavy stuff here. So Tucker basically saying that one of the main things that drove all of this to take place is the fact that Charlie Kirk was a Christian. Many Christians have been out there really, and you see that the people who call themselves Christians, who were like celebrating and saying that he wasn't a good person, all these crazy things, as if anybody in the Bible was perfect, right? The people that God used and God chose to be his disciples were very far from perfect. Trust me when I say that. Even Paul, who is responsible for a lot of what we read, but it's one of the driving forces. It's one of the things that was spoken about in the Bible in the coming last days. And Tucker speaks about a lot of the leaders and the leaderships thinking that they could cosplay God or thinking that they could be God, which makes this country above all. We heard Senator Tim Kaine say that he was worried that Ted Cruz was saying that our laws don't come from God himself. So I was in awe just listening to this, that the main cause for the hatred that was built up against Charlie Kirk was because the majority, he was Christian. He was Christian. That's what it's coming down to. And I actually saw a video I got to share with you guys. I got to share all of this with you guys. I saw this video. I wanted to play it because there's this Christian guy, right? And he was talking about how, and I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm not gonna play the whole thing at all. But he was just talking about how what was manifesting out there was he was in awe of like the type of demonic world that we like. It just demons cosplay, like demons were out. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but when he died and the way that he died and people celebrating the way that they were, I mean, bro, it's something deeper happening here at play. Take a listen.
All right, y'all. So I'll be completely honest. Why were the demons, and this is a question, why were the demons so excited that Charlie Kirk got assassinated? Why were the demons so excited that Charlie Kirk got assassinated? Just a very simple question that I want you to think about. And if you're asking me, what do you mean, why are the demons? Did you not see the videos on the internet of all these people literally, the moment he got shot? Celebration. Public celebration. They felt so comfortable to record videos of themselves celebrating, mocking, making fun of a man who literally just lost his life. Public execution style. They felt so comfortable to mock this individual the same moment that it happened and post it to millions of people so that millions of people could see their reaction and see how excited they were about death. These are the demons. These are the demons. You celebrate death. That is a demonic trait. That is a demonic trait. You celebrate death. That is a demonic trait. You know what's so sad? It's so sad that these individuals believe that death is the solution to some of the problems that they're facing in their life. The solution to the problems that you're facing in your life is forgiveness. And Jesus has forgiven you. And he's offering you the opportunity to receive salvation by way of his forgiveness, right? Jesus defeated death. We don't celebrate the fact that Jesus died. We celebrate the fact that he defeated death, that he rose again. You guys celebrate death. That's demonic. Why are...
I'm gonna stop it right there. You guys get where I'm going with this. Shout out to Nick Jones. I've been watching Nick Von Jones. I've been watching this channel for some time now. And as I was watching this, something told me, share this with the public. More people need to watch this video. People need to watch exactly what Tucker Carlson said, you know, because I thought what Tucker Carlson was saying was just deep. I was like, this is deep. This is deeper than what I could imagine. You think about what caused people to get there, because there were so many people now going to church. A lot of people are interested in going to church. There was a lot of things that Charlie Kirk said that were up for debate, right? Like he literally went out there and debated with people. Many people said that he was inherently this guy who was racist or who was all of this. But most of all, the videos that I've seen has been him declaring his faith, him declaring that Jesus was king, him declaring that Jesus was the Messiah. He was declaring these things and going through pretty much trying to live his life through a biblical lens. And a lot of things that he said, again, I'll tell you, I've never dug into the biggest rabbit hole of what did he actually say? Why did he say this? He said he didn't like the word empathy. I searched it up. I mean, he said he didn't like the word empathy. Yeah, he searched it up, and then he started talking about how he doesn't like that word. He wants to replace that with sympathy. Or he said something about the gun deaths. Well, he started talking about car deaths and how we don't deal with car deaths the same way we would deal with gun deaths, as far as 50,000 people die a year from that, but we still have to deal with that, or we just won't have cars, or we need guns to protect ourselves, and why guns were even a thing in the first place. It was a lot, and it's been a lot as far as that goes. But I think Christianity is the biggest stronghold here. So many people showing up to church. Now I have one more video to show you guys. Aside from that, let me know what your thoughts are on that. But I did run into another video that I wanted to talk to you about. It's Megyn Kelly and Dave Rubin. They were talking about what she thinks and her prediction about what's about to happen next. Because that's where we're at. We're at the point where we are trying to figure out what is about to happen next in the United States of America. Take a listen to this.
I just want a national divorce. I just want these hateful people to be like part of a different country, and I want to be part of a different country. And then you've got stories, and I did tell this on my show today, like, believe it or not, Tommy Veter from the Pod Save America guys, who wrote me like one of the sweetest, most heartfelt, most beautiful notes I've received. And there was no like, I didn't agree with Charlie and everything, but there was none of that. It was just like, this is so awful. I don't see any change of behavior coming whatsoever. Maybe some decent people will, but not enough to actually change the national conversation or tone. I see them doing more of what they have done, and I see more young 22-year-old men who are susceptible to manipulation online or in the trans community or what have you, or just more prone to psychotic breaks, being easily exploited and falling prey to the messaging. And it's just a new dawn. So we, on our side, which is not the side committing the political violence, and I'm sick of the lies that we are, or that this is a both sides thing. It's not. That woman in Minneapolis got shot by somebody or killed by somebody in her home who was a complete, absolute nutcase, who, by the way, said that Tim Walz told him to go out and kill demons. It was not a Republican thing. A Democrat was killed, but this is not some Republican killing her for political violence. And Gutfeld made a good point on Fox the other night, which was, by the way, had she been demonized by everybody coast to coast repeatedly in every soundbite you can find from, cable punditry like Charlie had? No. So just stop. Okay, just stop. Did they have their presidential candidate shot at twice and almost killed a third time too, reportedly? Like, no. This goes one way. And even the guy who broke into Paul Pelosi's house and attacked Paul Pelosi, they're like, what about that? I'm like, okay, so it was a Democrat who got attacked there, but that was a nutcase who had a Black Lives Matter and a pride flag on his two belongings that he owned. Like, what are you saying? This is totally different. An assassination caused by somebody who had an agenda. And repeating the exact same things that the left says every day all over the news is a very different situation. Like, if you can't acknowledge that, we can't talk to you. If you cannot just see those basic facts about this case, and you continue to go out there and say, we may never know the motivation, then we have nothing to talk about. And that's fine by me, because you know what? We have the airwaves now. We're the ones who matter. Our conversations are the ones that people are listening to. The digital lane is king. Cable news is dead. It's irrelevant. So fuck off. Like, I don't care. I don't have to explain it to you. If you don't want to do what's right and stay fact-based, that's a problem of you and your audience. And for me and my audience, I'm just going to have to, like Dave Rubin is, like Ben Shapiro is, like Piers Morgan is, like Tucker will, have to batten down the hatches and make sure I can stay alive while I continue saying what's real, because I'm going to do both. My plan is to do both. But now, because of people like that, we're going to have to go around and have to think about things like bulletproof glass and, extra magnetometers and whatever it is we're going to have to think about. And that's their fault. But if that's what we have to do to continue saying the things that must be said, then that's what we will do.
Wow. That is exactly where the future is right now for political commentators, politicians right now. She said it. That's what's probably going to happen next, is that you got to choose between telling the truth and protecting yourself. Both at the same time now. But like, not just protecting yourself, bulletproof glass. Like, it gotta go the extra mile now. But what is the basis for all of this? What is the basis for all of this? What is the foundation behind this? Is it what Tucker was talking about earlier? Is it the fact that overall and after all, you're a Christian person and that's morally where you are, that is your moral compass, Jesus Christ, is that going to be your problem from now on? Is that the problem with the United States from now on? That we believe in Jesus too much? Or that there's people declaring their love for Jesus or using the Bible as their moral compass? I don't think. I think a lot of these young people, yeah, I've been there, I was there, they don't want that. And they believe, just like the media portrayed them to believe by saying all these wild things during elections, that, yeah, there won't be another election. Who said that? Oprah said that? There won't be another election if Donald Trump gets elected. Like all the wild things that Gavin Newsom was saying, all the wild things. I look back now and I say, man, was that the most incendiary thing? What is the foundation behind all of this? And what is next? What do you guys think about what Tucker Carlson said? Love you guys. See you guys on the next one.